Welcome to Windows XP. I'm here to help you set up your computer. I can explain things as you move along. Anytime you need help, just click me with the mouse or press the F1 key. I'll be right here if you need me. What you see behind me is the first in a series of screens designed to help you make sure that your computer is set up the way you want. Each screen will ask you to make a choice or type some information, or it will advise you about what to do next. Here's a quick preview of the steps we'll take in the next few minutes. First, we'll make sure your computer hardware, like your speakers, keyboard, and clock, are working properly. We'll also make sure your computer is correctly joined to a network, if you want it to be. Second, we'll review the licensing agreement that outlines the terms of use of Windows XP. If your computer has a working modem or network connection, you'll have the option to register with Microsoft, and so we can send you information in product updates and offers you might be interested in. And you'll also have the option to verify the authenticity of Windows XP to make sure you're using a legal copy. Third, I'll help you connect to the internet, if you like. If you decide to skip this step, you can always connect on your own later. And fourth, I'll help you make this computer customizable for each person who will use it. That's about it. We don't have far to go, so let's get started. To begin, click the Next button. If you are ready to begin, click the Next button. Contact your computer manufacturer. This is the screen where you can view the Microsoft Windows license agreement, and then indicate whether you accept it. In order to use Windows, you must accept this agreement. Simply position the pointer in the white circle to the left of your answer, and click once. Then press the Next button. Your use of Microsoft products is governed by the terms of the end-user license agreement. Once you accept it, your use of Microsoft products is governed by the terms of the end-user license agreement, EULA, as well as by copyright law. The EULA is the contract that outlines your legal use of the licensed product, and it grants you a specific right to use that product in your computer. Your use of Microsoft products is governed by the terms of the end-user license agreement, EULA, as well as by copyright law. The EULA is the contract that outlines your legal use of the licensed product, and it grants you a specific right to use that product in your computer. The Next button is not yet available because you have not chosen whether you accept this license agreement. You must first click the Yes or No option. After After you've read the license agreement, click Yes to accept it. Or, if you don't want to accept it, click No. You must accept this agreement if you want to continue using Windows. Then click the Next button to move to the next screen. Contact your computer manufacturer. In the previous screen you chose not to accept the license agreement. As a result, you will not be able to use Windows. But you can return to the previous screen by clicking the back button and accept the agreement. Or confirm that you want to stop using Windows and turn off your computer. If you decide to accept the license agreement, click the back button. You must accept the agreement in order to continue this process and begin using Windows. If you decide not to accept it, click the shutdown button to turn off your computer. When you restart, if you decide to accept the license agreement, click the back button. You must accept the agreement in order to continue this process and begin using Windows. If you decide not to accept it, click the shutdown button to turn off your computer. When you restart your computer, you'll return to the screen. Contact your computer manufacturer. This is the screen where you type your 25-character product key that should have been provided by your computer manufacturer. If the product key doesn't appear on the CD cover, check the Certificate of Authenticity sticker in your PC or on the back of the Getting Started book. Any letters you type here will automatically be capitalized for you. After this step, you can register your computer and your copy of Microsoft Windows. It's easy, and registering Windows makes all sorts of great benefits available to you. Every copy of Windows produced by Microsoft is coded with a unique product key. The product key helps assure you that you have purchased a genuine Microsoft product, and it helps protect you from a pirated copy of Windows. The product key also qualifies you for certain customer benefits, such as support, marketing services, upgrades, and web offers. After you type a valid product key, click the Next button. Contact your computer manufacturer. The product key that you typed in the previous screen is not valid. That means that it doesn't match a product key for an authentic copy of Windows XP, and Windows won't work without a valid product key. If you think you might have mistyped it, click the back button and type the correct key. But if you're sure you typed it correctly, Or, if you tried several times without success, then you might have an illegal copy of Windows. If that's the case, click the shutdown button to turn off your computer. Then call 1-800-REGEDIT in the US or Canada. In all other countries/regions, contact your local Microsoft subsidiary office. Click the back button to return to the previous screen. The pointer, which looks like a blinking vertical line, will already be positioned in the first box that you need to type in. After you type the first 5 characters, the pointer will automatically move to the next box so you can type the next 5 characters. Don't type hyphens or worry about the capitalization. Then click the next button to continue. If the product key doesn't appear on the CD cover, check the Certificate of Authenticity sticker in your PC or on the back of the Getting Started book. After you find the product key, click the back button and type the product key in the boxes in the previous screen. If you can't find your product key, contact your computer manufacturer. You might have mistyped it. You need to include all 25 characters of the product key. Each part should consist of 5 letters or numbers. You must type a valid product key before you can begin using Windows. If you think you might have mistyped it, click the back button and type the correct key. But if you're sure you typed it correctly, or if you tried several times without success, then you might have an illegal copy of Windows. If that's the case, click the shutdown button to turn off your computer. Then call 1-800-REGEDIT in the US or Canada. In all other countries/regions, contact your local Microsoft subsidiary office. If your product key is not being accepted, call 1-800-REGEDIT in the US or Canada. In all other countries/regions, contact your local Microsoft subsidiary office. Click the back button and type the correct key. If your product key is not being accepted, then you might have an illegal copy of Windows. Click the back button and type the correct key. If your product key is not being accepted, then you might have an illegal copy of Windows. If that's the case, click the shutdown button to turn off your computer. Then call 1-800-REGEDIT in the US or Canada. In all other countries/regions, contact your local Microsoft subsidiary office. Contact your computer manufacturer. This is the screen where you give your computer a name. This name identifies your computer to other users, if this computer is connected to other computers in a network. After you finish setting up Windows, click Control Panel on the Start menu. Click the System icon under Performance and Maintenance and then follow the instructions in the Computer Name tab. If you forget these steps, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information. This is the screen where you create a This is the screen where you create a password if you want to protect this computer from unauthorized access. One thing to note, if this computer is connected to other computers in a network, the individual who logs on with the administrator username and the valid password can access the entire network. So, it's strongly recommended that you require an administrator password to protect your computer and your network, if you have one. To improve the security of a password, it should contain at least 2 of these elements: uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and numbers. Also, the more random the sequence of characters, the more secure the password. Passwords can be up to 127 characters long. But, if you're using Windows on a network that also has computers using Windows 95 or Windows 98, and you want to be able to log on to your network from those computers, consider using passwords not longer than 14 characters. To continue, click the Next button. To return to the previous step, click the Back button. You can also skip this entire step by clicking the Skip button. Contact your computer manufacturer. This is the screen where you decide whether you want to make this computer a member of a domain or not. If you choose to join a domain, you must type the name of the domain that this computer is joining. A domain is a group of computers that are administered as a unit. For example, a business might add all the computers in its Seattle office to a domain, so that they share the same access privileges and connect to the same printers. If you're not sure which option you want, select No and click the Next button. The screen is where you choose how you want this computer to access the internet. If this computer is connected to a network of other computers, you can use the network to access the internet. Otherwise, the computer can be set up to make a direct connection to the internet. Regardless of which option you choose, Windows Firewall helps protect your computer from intruders. A firewall restricts information that comes to your computer from other computers, providing a line of defense against people or programs that try to access your computer without invitation. When you set up a network in Windows XP, Windows Firewall is automatically turned in. This wizard guides you through each step in setting up a network in your home or place of business. If you don't want to connect this computer to a network during this process, you can do it later. Just go to the Start menu and click All Programs. Then click Accessories and Communications to find the Network Setup wizard. If you forget these steps, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information. To continue, click the Next button. To return to the previous step, click the Back button. You can also skip this entire step by clicking the Skip button. This is the beginning of the registration section. Here you will be able to register your copy of Windows. When you do, you become eligible for a number of Microsoft customer benefits. These include being notified of product updates and having access to Microsoft's award-winning product support services. In this screen, you can decide how you would like to register. And if you want to find out more about Microsoft's privacy policy, click this link. To register your copy of Microsoft Windows, you'll need to fill in the required information in the screen. We will need information for all the boxes, except the ones marked optional. But it would be great if you could fill in the optional information, too. When you're done, just click the Next button. We've added some hints inside the boxes to show you what to do. For example, just click in this last name box in order to begin typing. A blinking vertical line, known as the insertion point, should appear in the box. Whatever you type will be entered at the insertion point. You can move the insertion point in the text box by pressing the left or right arrow keys in your keyboard. And you can use the delete key to remove characters after the insertion point, or use the backspace key to remove characters before the insertion point. If you want to insert a character, position the pointer inside the box at the place where you want to add the character, and click. Then type the character you want to insert. Don't worry if you don't type in a box and the hint still appears there. The hint is just to help you. It's not part of your registration information. We've added some hints inside the boxes to show you what to do. For example, just click in this last name box in order. When you check these options, you choose to share your registration information with Microsoft and with your computer's manufacturer. To continue, click the Next button. To return to the previous step, click the Back button. You can also skip this entire step by clicking the Skip button. Contact your computer manufacturer. This is the screen where you identify the other people who will use this computer. If you share this computer with others, then each user can personalize Windows XP by setting up an account for each person. This way, each user can have their own computer settings, privileges, private files, website links, and other options, without affecting the way you've personalized it for yourself. When you start your computer, the welcome screen will show you all the names you type on this screen in alphabetical order. And it will even show you a picture for each individual. And you can always change these names later by clicking Control Panel in the Start menu, and clicking the User Accounts icon. If you share a computer with other people in your home or office, you'll like user accounts. With user accounts, you can personalize the way you want Windows to organize and display information, without affecting other user preferences. Require a password for access to your files. Remember your personal list of web favorites and recently visited sites. Protect your important computer settings. Customize the desktop for each user. And Simplify logging on and quickly switching between computer users. Sharing a computer used to mean that other users could see your private files, install games or other software you didn't want, or change your computer settings. Now that's all changed. When you set up user accounts, each user can personalize Windows without affecting the other users of this computer. To learn more about user accounts, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information. After you type the names of the other individuals who will use this computer, click the Next button to continue. You can change these names and add more users later. After you finish setting up Windows, just click Control Panel on the Start menu and choose User Accounts. Contact your computer manufacturer. Congratulations! You've completed this process. To start using Windows now, just click the Finish button. To take a tour of the exciting new features in Windows XP, click Help and Support in the Start menu, and then type Tour in the search box. If you skipped registration earlier in this process, you can register your copy of Windows at any time by clicking Run on the Start menu and typing regedit/r. If you forget these steps, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information. If you skipped activation earlier in this process, a small reminder will appear on the Windows desktop every few days. You must activate Windows within the specified activation period in order to continue using it. If you don't want to wait for the reminder, you can run the product activation wizard by clicking Activate Windows on the Start menu. If you forget these steps, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information. If you skipped activation earlier in this process, a small reminder will appear on the Windows desktop every few days. You must activate Windows within the specified activation period in order to continue using it. If you don't want to wait for the reminder, you can run the product activation wizard by clicking Activate Windows on the Start menu. If you forget these steps, click Help and Support in the Start menu to find the answer to your questions and other valuable information.